Chimankpam, though her eyes could laugh, cry, plead, and shout, no sound ever escaped her lips. In a forgotten village deep in the heart of Africa, there grows an ancient tree. This tree is said to carry the memory and souls of the ancestors. Every child in the village is told to whisper their secrets, dreams, and sorrows into it back. But one day, a lonely orphan girl named Chimankpam, who could not speak due to a mysterious illness, began visiting the tree daily, crying and holding its roots without saying a word. This village is so old that it was said to have forgotten the wheels and the glaze of city light. Tucked deep within the golden grass of Africa, it lies still between hills shaped like resting elephants. In the heart of this village stood a tree, so ancient, so wide that even 10 grown men holding hands together could not encircle it. They called it the tree that remembers. Its trunk was knocked with the stories of those who had come before. The tree is said to carry the memories and the souls of the ancestors. Every child in this village is said to whisper their secrets, dreams, and sorrows in it. Elders knelt to speak their regrets. Lovers carved their names, hoping the tree would bless their hearts. And all who believed knew that the tree did not just listen, but it kept the voices. None sat at its root more faithfully than a little girl who had no voice at all. A lonely orphan girl named Chimankpam, who could not speak due to a mysterious illness, who began visiting the tree daily, crying and holding its root without saying a word. Chimankpam, though her eyes could laugh, cry, plead, and shout, no sound ever escaped her lips, not since the day her mother vanished like a morning mist. They said her mother wandered into the forest chasing a storm. Now, Chimankpam lived with her auntie, a bitter woman whose heart had dried like split firewood. The woman fed Chimankpam just enough and spoke even less. So Chimankpam made friends with shadows and winds. Every evening, when the sun split honey across the sky alone to the ancient tree, there she would place her forehead gently against the bark and hold it like an old friend. She never whispered, she never spoke, but she cried, and the tree listened. As she began to visit the tree daily, strange things began to happen. The first was the rainfall. One afternoon, it poured softly, only on the path where Chimankpam had walked. Her footprints shimmered in the wet dust like a blessing. Then came the animals. A tortoise began waiting near the tree. Unafraid, a lion cub nuzzled Chimankpam's hand like a kitten. An owl hovered in the branches, watching her like a silent guardian. The villagers noticed. They muttered. They whispered in the marketplaces that this child brings the spirit of the tree. She walks with things not of this world, they said. One night, an old woman in the village had a dream. she saw Chimankpam's mother, beautiful and radiant, dressed in white, standing under the ancient tree. She holds the key the spirit has said, but she must choose the door. That night, the wind howled louder than drums. Chimankpam went again to the tree, shivering but determined. As she laid her hand on the trunk, a light glowed from the deep within. The bark began to shift and groan, cracking open like a door. From the tree stepped out an old woman carved from light and wood, her eyes glowing like stars. "Child of silence," she said, "I have heard your soul." Chimankpam, in fear and surprise, startled, her mouth trembling. The spirit knelt, placing her wooden hand gently over her heart. "You may speak," the spirit said, "but only once, and only to one soul, living or dead. Choose with the weight of the world in your heart." And with that, the spirit showed her a vision. She saw her mother standing in the land of golden wings, with arms open. Her smile warmed the coldest part of Chimankpam's heart. A sound rose in her chest, a voice she had not used in years, crawling like a leaf in the breeze. But the vision changed. She saw the village cracked with drought. Children lie sick, crops withered. A curse, ancient and sleeping, had begun to wake. "Call her," the spirit said, "and your heart will heal." Or her voice grew quiet. "Speak the word that can save your people." Chimankpam turned to the tree. Her lips parted. Tears streamed down her cheek, heavy with the weight of choice, not knowing what to choose, whether to call back her mother from the land of the dead, or call healing and restoration to her dying community. Then she spoke. Just one word. Leave. As soon as she said leave, something very surprising happened. Lightning broke the sky. Thunder rolled, not in anger but in joy. The rain came, not gentle, but wild and dancing. The earth opened and drank. The sick awoke with colors in their cheeks. The crops stood tall like proud warriors. And Chimankpam, she collapsed in joy. Her voice was gone again, but her heart was full. Her auntie, once hard and cold towards her, gathered her into her arms and wept for the first time in a day. Chimankpam never spoke again. She did not need to. The village changed. They no longer feared Chimankpam. They honored her. The tree became sacred again, its roots glowing faintly each night. And if you visit the village now and place your ears against the tree, you may hear it breathing. Sometimes, if the night is quiet, the tree will murmur a single word, "Leave," and you will remember the girl who never spoke but saved a world with one voice. Some say the tree still carries Chimankpam's spirit resting with her mother. Some say the lion, the owl, the tortoise were never animals at all, but guardians of a child chosen by fate. But all agree on this: the tree remembers, and so should we. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share so you can get notified when next we post our stories. Bye.